Right, full time at the King Power Stadium this morning, everybody. Absolutely chuffed on that result. What an absolutely magnificent performance by our second team away from home. It's Leicester City 0, Arsenal 2. We progress to the fourth round of the Carabao Cup with our next game coming up next week already. It's Liverpool away twice in a week. We've done that before and scored some goals, if we remember back to the Julio Baptista days a little while back. That was an FA Cup and a Carabao Cup, or League Cup as it was known then, doubleheader. But now it's a League and League Cup doubleheader coming up next week. But before we look into what's coming up next, let's talk about today's game and review that. First thing in the morning here in Australia is a very early start. The beanie's back on because it's freezing cold here all of a sudden again. No such thing as springtime anymore. Winter's back, it's freezing. And as we saw the rain team down this morning, the boys didn't freeze at all. They look great. Some big positives to take out of the game this morning. So I'll talk about what happened in that game and what those positives are. The first big thing for me was that our second 11 and our squad depth is looking really good now. It's starting to look a little bit deep. It's starting to look nice and solid throughout there. A lot of the boys that came in, 7 changes from the weekend. Leno played in goal again. I assume that's because our new goalkeeper still needs a little bit more time just to get settled, the new Icelandic man that we brought in during the week. We saw Kolasinac play again as well. Rob Holding, I thought, was fantastic once again. He was really good, and he's going to have a bit of a... Well, Ted's going to have some decisions to make now on what he does when it comes to Rob Holding. I mean, I think we've got a bit of an idea of what he's looking at now with his first team. In terms of player selections, I dare say Gabriel will come back in on the weekend. He probably will, there's no doubt about it. Kieran Tierney as well, if he's fit, will probably come in as well. And then what will happen as well is whether or not David Luiz keeps his place from this morning. He does look fantastic in the centre of a back three, David Luiz. It's his best position. And it's something where we'd be looking to keep him and get him to sort of marshal that team from the back. He looks good. So that'd be the question, but I thought Holding was pretty good this morning. There wasn't too much created for Bert Leno to do. He made a great save from Iheanacho in the first half. There was a header from Perez late in the second half, which could have equalised things and maybe taken things to penalties. But overall, I felt like we were pretty good this morning. We weren't really troubled, and that's a very positive thing to take from the game, is how good we looked at the back, how good we looked in the middle, how good we looked going forward. Our kids were fantastic again. That core of Eddie Nketiah, Joey Willock, Reece Nelson, Bukayo Saka, Ainsley Maitland-Niles, Gabby Martinelli would have played this morning as well if he was fit. So, Rob Holding played this morning. Our younger players looking fantastic, and that's the sort of squad depth that we want to see moving forward. I thought Pepe had moments as well of getting back to his best. Needs probably a little bit more game time and some match fitness, but overall he'll come good. Mohamed El-Neni was fantastic once again as well. So, as I was saying, overall there's some big sort of selection headaches and some issues for Arteta, but there's no better place that you want to be moving forward as a manager, is to have players that are fit, have players that are firing, and players that look successful. And in Nketiah this morning, let's talk about Eddie as well. He's hungry. He wants goals. He was filthy almost when Nicolas Pepe didn't cross the ball to him, not once but twice. The ball ended up going in off Christian Fuchs, but that own goal was something that Eddie was almost upset about. He wanted his name on the sheet. Fantastic to see it, and good to see that the boys are hungry, that the guys are really excited about scoring goals. They really want to score goals. So for me, it's absolutely fantastic to see. He's hungry. He wants goals. And in that second goal, you saw that when he kept fighting for the ball, the goalkeeper just stood there and waited for it to come to him, which was crazy. And then you saw the defender that he stepped over almost didn't want to mop it up either. And Eddie was like, there's an opportunity here, and he took it. He wants to get on the sheet. And that's what you want to see out of a goal scorer. He's hungry. He wants to score. Came off the bench on the weekend, scored our winner, and then tonight he was magnificent as well by just chasing that down. He was hungry. You could tell he wanted a goal all day, every day. So look, overall, magnificent scenes. Very happy for us. We can't complain with that. And it's great to see how much he wants to get his name on the score sheet. Overall, fantastic result for us. You would assume it'll be a similar team that comes out next week for the Carabao Cup tie. That'll be... I'm going to say it'll probably be Thursday night, noting that our Monday game in the Premier League, it'll be a Thursday Cup game against Liverpool, and then it will be a Sunday game for us now, moved Sheffield United at home. That won't be on Saturday anymore. Too many games in a week, unless they do to us what they've been doing to Tottenham, which is making us play every second day. So look, it's possible, but I dare say that Sheffield United game will move to a Sunday or Monday before that international break comes along. So exciting times. There's nothing other than excitement coming out of this game. Great performance all around, I thought, mostly untroubled. You know, a couple of chances. Ian Archer could have taken that chance. Perez missed that header towards the back end. But overall, we weren't really troubled. And I guess if there was a little bit more desperation required, we would have potentially shown that to get a few more goals. But overall, it was a deserved result. 2-0 was about right. Very solid all over the park. And some big headaches for Arteta. So exciting times for us. Let's get ready for the game at Anfield. We'll talk about that again in a couple of games' time as we preview our big Premier League matchup there. Let's hope we can get a result, nick a result out of that, and then it'll be sort of weakened teams that come again against each other in the Carabao Cup after that next midweek. But overall, a satisfying night for the Gunners, a satisfying morning here, albeit freezing cold, but we're back again and we're looking forward to the next game.